Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about what's in store for the sidereal sign of Taurus ascendant and the moon sign. And remember, I am talking about Vedic sidereal astrology. Do not use your Western sun signs. This is not what this is about. So if you do not know what your moon sign or your ascendant is in Vedic astrology, and it is different than Western, then you're going to have to figure it out. There's two different ways to do this. My suggestion is, and seriously, because it is such a good product, is to use my Galactic Planner. If you go to galacticplanner.com, it will calculate your entire chart, give you the exact degrees and signs. But not only that, the Galactic Planner is a tool where it will figure out all of your personal predictions, not general, personal, according to your chart, and it will deliver your predictions to your calendar on your phone or your computer. Be better equipped. But for today, once you figure out, if you haven't figured this out, galacticplanner.com is how you can get to that. But if you want to just figure it out from my website, galacticcenter.org, I have a free chart calculator. You can go there, but you have to figure out your ascendant, AS, and your moon, which is MO. It is way down at the bottom when you scroll down. So with that, make sure when you find out that your moon or your ascendant, and you must listen to both, because the ascendant is you, but the moon is how you feel. So both are important. So if you have a Taurus moon or a Taurus ascendant, then this has been quite a year for you, because Jupiter has been in your first house. This represents new beginnings, a fresh start, expansion, optimism. It's been a brand new release for you. Now, another thing is, what I'm looking at is that Jupiter will stay in your first house all the way till mid-May of 2025. And this brings you more optimism and opportunities and expansion throughout the next 6 months. This is incredible. And I want to say, with Jupiter in the first, there's just something about you feeling good and physically good, that you're healthier, you're stronger. It's a time of release and expansion. So I love Jupiter in the first house. Just some people think that sometimes with Jupiter in the first house, it can expand you. So be careful with diet somewhat, that you're not overdoing things, because too much of a good thing is exactly that. It's too much. But Jupiter does bring opportunities into your life. So this has been a time of great change in terms of new opportunities coming into your life. Now, looking a little bit into after March, let's just say going into April. April is a very interesting time because so many planets are going to be shifting into Pisces, but Saturn's been in your 10th house for the last 2 years. This tells me that work has been hard. You've been working really hard. Your career, your position, maybe you've even changed jobs over the course of the past 2 years. But you've worked really hard, and you've probably had some difficulty with a boss or the company you work for. But still, all in all, things have been changing in the workforce, in the workplace. But by the end of March, Saturn is going to move into your 11th house with Neptune. And during this time, you're going to find that friends are not going to be the same to you. You're looking for someone that really can give you guidance and wisdom And you're going to find that a lot of your friends are not doing that for you anymore. So you're going to be changing your associates, your friends, the people you hang out with. And this is going to transpire throughout the next couple of years that this will take place. So don't think the sky's going to fall the minute Saturn moves in there. Let's just say April. But April will be a very interesting month for you, because you will be meeting a lot of new people. All these planets are going to align in Pisces in your 11th house. And this means new people and people of, some will be foreigners, some will be very different, in other words. That's what I'm trying to say. They're going to be very different. And you have come into the likes of many different people, because Rahu has been in your 11th house. But April, Venus will be there with Rahu. You're going to meet some very, very intriguing and interesting people around March and April. But I will say there's going to be a big change starting in April in terms of some of the people that you have been friends with in the past. You're going to find that maybe they're not who they pretend to be. And you're going to find that this will really be an issue around June and July, because we're going to have some really crazy planets. Saturn and Neptune are coming together June, July, and August. And they're going to be in your 11th house, which is the house of friends, groups, and organizations, which means there's problems with people that you can't trust them. You've got to be very careful with the people that you bring into your life. Another thing is about the 11th house, it can deal with older siblings. So if you have an older sibling, be aware they may not be as trustworthy as you think, or maybe you already know. But another thing is, if your mother's still alive, there can be something about your mother that mentally they're not there as much as they used to be. There could be some problems intellectually and mentally with your mother if she's still around, or she's struggling. She's struggling. There's something that she's struggling with, and I think it deals with deep things in the psychological makeup. Watch that. Now, I've been talking a lot about friends, older siblings, because that's the 11th house, and that's where Saturn is going to shift with Neptune. So there's going to be a reality check when it comes to the people that are in your life, in terms of your friends, your associates, or even the people that maybe you even hang out with at work. Be careful. If you feel they're being dishonest, then you're correct. All right? Now, starting May, around mid-May, Jupiter is going to shift from Taurus to Gemini. And that means that it's going into your second house. For the most part, it will be there for a year. So starting around May 14th through June of 2026, so May 14th, 2025 to June of 2026, Jupiter's going to be in your second house. And that brings you money and wealth. Yes. You're going to be prosperous. Things are going to be happening financially for you. It's good. Expansion through the financial area of your life. Expect more money coming in. And another thing is, you will find that when you speak, people listen. People are coming together and listening to you more. Maybe you're even asked to do some speeches. Open up and talk more. People want to hear you. You have great wisdom and knowledge. Maybe even you are thinking about teaching on some capacity. And even there's a short, brief period where you're going to get a glimpse of what 26 will be like for you, because Jupiter will briefly go into your third house between October through the first week of December. And this means you could go on a trip. Travel plans are opening up. You're wanting to learn new things, maybe take some courses or classes, but this is just a little blip. You're just going to get a little taste of that, because this will become a reality for you in 2026. Now, another big, huge, enormous thing is for you by June, Rahu is going to go into your 10th house, where it is going to stay there. It's going to stay in your 10th house till around a year and a half following. So this happens in June. So Rahu's in your 10th and Ketu's in your 4th. And so this actually happens, I'm just going to say June 1st. It's really the last 2 days of May of 2025. 18 months after this, it's going to be transiting through your 10th house, which is going to bring you career opportunities. So looking at Jupiter in your 2nd and Rahu in your 10th, money is coming through new career opportunities. Yes, indeed, this is where it's at for you. And another thing, because of these career opportunities and expansion and new ideas with work, you might even be starting your own business to sorts. But regardless, you might be changing where you live with K2 in the 4th house. Remember, this will transpire in June, and it will stay there for a year and a half to follow. So within that year and a half, you could move, you'll get new positions in work, you're going to be upgraded tremendously through job and career. You're going to be thrilled about what's about to happen in your professional life and financially. And another thing, while Jupiter is in your 2nd house, and that's what's happening in May of 2025 to June of 2026, family matters come together. Your family comes together more. There's cooperation and love and affection in the family, your family of origin as well as your immediate family. So family comes together. There is a feeling of togetherness with the family. This is fantastic. This feels so good for you. And let me just say one more thing. With K2 going into your 4th house, you might have to come together with family though, because with K2 in the 4th, there could be some problems for your mother if she's still around. You're going to want to stay close to home and check on her. Make sure she's okay. Maybe she's going through a rough time. But this is what K2, which will be there for a year and a half, starting in June, will deal with. But it will usually mean, yeah, you're moving because of some career opportunities. So if I could sum it all up, you're coming into money, and it will be because new opportunities through work and career. You will be more influential through your work, and there's great expansion there. It's really quite amazing. But be aware that friends are all shifting. There is something about your friends that are shifting and they are changing, okay? But by the summer, and pardon me, if you live in Australia, it's winter. But let me just say the months of June, July, and August. Yes, everything changes for you in an incredibly powerful way. And yes, there's going to be some friends you can't trust, but opportunities with your work will take off. And let me just say, this is happening for the next 18 months, beginning in June. And that's powerful. So you've got a lot to look forward to, Taurus moons and Taurus ascendants. What a year. And it gives you a little glimpse of where you're headed in terms of 2026 and 2027, which means you will learn more, you will gain more, and you will travel more. But for this year, it's money, career, and you will be happy with your newfounded success. So with that, I think I'll close. Now remember, if this has sparked some interest in you, that you want to get more detailed, go to my Galactic Planner, galacticplanner.com. It will give you predictions every day based on your personal chart. Thank you.